The Christian doctrine of God is a complex one that can be approached from various standpoints. I'd like to begin with the concept of creation. I shall offer a brief definition of the concept. I take it to signify three facts: that God makes the world out of nothing, ex nihilo, that His creativity is continuous, and that He is substantially distinct from the world. First, God makes the world out of nothing. Everything that exists owes its existence wholly to Him. Conversely, nothing whatsoever precedes His creative act. This act therefore differs in kind from, and is infinitely superior to, the work of any human creator. We speak rightly of the creativity shown by composers and artists, yet they do not produce anything in ex nihilo. However great their genius may be, it is limited to the actualization and potentialities inherited in their given media, in a voice or instrument, and in paint or stone. Similarly, when two human parents procreate a child, they do not through the action of genetic material that they do not create. Secondly, God's creativity is continuous. A literalistic interpretation of the creation stories in Genesis can suggest that His creativity is limited to an initial moment of time that was the beginning of the world. But by now it is widely recognized that these stories are to be taken not as descriptions of historical events, but as symbolical statements of God's permanent relation to the world. God is the creator of everything at every moment of His existence. If He withdrew His creative presence from an entity for a second, it would immediately cease to be. Although we find it natural to distinguish between creation and preservation, they are, in reality, identical. Thirdly, to say that God creates the world ex nihilo entails saying that He and the world are ontologically distinct. He does not produce the world by an extension of His being. The world is not simply Himself in a reduced form. He creates it as something that is wholly other than Him in His mode of being. Hence, it is not and cannot to the slightest degree become divine. Even as mystical contemplation, the human soul cannot become identical with God, however closely it may be united to Him in love.